Welcome to the Fashionpreneur Fame Club interview series. And today I have a superstar with me. She is a superstar by herself and also one of the leaders of the superstars tribe in our Diamond Club, in Fashionpreneur Club, Nupur. And she is one of this amazing community member for quite a long time in the Fashionpreneur Club, whom I have seen grow, personally, business wise, professionally for a long time. And it's more like a friendly conversation that we have had whenever we have spoken. So, welcome Nupur to the Fashionpreneur Fame Club interview. And Nupur runs this brand called Fashion Funday. She's into jewelry and she will let us know more about it. But I'm very excited, Nupur, to have you today on this interview, and over to you.
Thank you so much. I am so honored to be here and talking to you. I think the one-to-one conversation with you, it's such a pepped up energy, and I'm so looking forward to this conversation. Thank you so much for having me over.
Thank you so much, Nupur, for your time. Okay, let's get straight into understanding, which is like my favorite question to everyone. Like, why did you start? Why did you start Fashion Funday?
So for me now, I think I remember a thing someone in the family said, you buy jewelry when there is a happy occasion.
Hmm.
You relate jewelry to a happy occasion. I think that stuck. So when I was doing my college, I did my gemology, I did my jewelry designing, and luckily for me, I got married into a family. They were dealing into stones, and they used to provide raw material for jewelry, or for, you could say, fashion designers. So I think so that kind of pushed me also to continue what I wanted to do. And after my two kids were born, and when my daughter was born, you know how it is when the daughter is born, you're like, oh, when she's going to grow up, she's going to be like this and like that. And I was like, my mom is also saying that to me, do something, you've been given the best education, best opportunity, use it. So I think when my daughter was born, that was the thing, I said, I need to do something. And the motivation of my mom, and my mother-in-law is the sweetest, she gave me the seed money to start the business. She's like, okay, start it. Everyone is there at home. We will take care. And that's how I think it's done.
Can
Yeah,
you
my mother-in-law gave me the money. I wanted to invest mine. It's like, why you want to invest your saving? Keep it with you. I'll invest in your business. I said, okay. So
super?
I think that's how it started. It started with 50,000 rupees. I still remember. And I started, doing exhibition just to get an idea, okay, what is selling? Because when you are starting, you are absolutely raw. You buy what you are liking. But you
Hmm.
don't know what's happening outside and what people are liking. So I said, let me just test water. And luckily for me, I started during the Rakhi time. It was a good time to test water, as in because exhibitions are happening. So I think that started, and I got to know what is selling, what is not. And I'm sure every year and every month is a learning, because I get to know what is selling, what customers are liking. So since then, it's been a learning and very enjoyable phase.
Super amazing. And this is which year that you started?
I think 2019, then
29.
COVID happened. So when the COVID thing happened, I did a lot of online learning. So before this, I did 3 months of digital marketing, because I wanted to know how to set up Instagram and all those things. We knew the basic, but like how to do it further. So I had a little bit idea of ads, but not full fledged. Like they would just touch upon it, and they would do it generic. Like no, they would do LinkedIn also, which is not required, but I knew of it. So after that, I think since I was doing digital marketing, and then your interview, your ad popped up. So, so
That's
like interest. So I think, and from I said, what is the harm of joining, that webinar? That it was a free webinar. So I said, let me just do it for 2 hours. And I think rest is history. And I'm so
yeah.
glad I did it.
Super. Yeah, I think you joined the community in 2021. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's when we started.
2021.
One of the early members
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah. I
Fashion
think
Pure
April,
Club.
May, something.
April, May something. Yeah.
I think you
I,
started in Jan.
I start. Yeah, I
Ah,
started way earlier, but that's a different story that nothing worked. But yeah, Jan, we started seeing members in the Fashionpreneur Club. But one conversation I so clearly remember, Nupur, and I will never forget this, which I want to bring up. I still remember the message that you had sent that I am also into jewelry, you are also into jewelry, and Abhi, I hope this is not competition and you don't mind me joining. And from that time to now.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about competition in business?
It's a healthy competition and you're learning so much. So, and
Yeah,
it's needed also, I would say. Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. Great. So you said your mother-in-law gave you the seed money to start,
Mm,
which is
yeah,
very,
yeah.
very rare in a way to,
Uh,
hear this, that you got support from the family members, because for most of us, it was generally a no. खुद के parents, husband, in-laws,
uh,
सब जगह से no.
uh,
So
yeah.
why is this like, tell us more about why was there this support uh, given? What is the history or any story behind that? Just curious to know.
So the history, my mother-in-law goes out of the house 2 to 7. She's with her friends. So
Hmm.
I think that she wanted to know like why he was sitting at home. It's a very progressive family that I am married into, and initially it was like, oh, does it happen like that in families? It was like that for me because I've come from Delhi with we were in a joint family. So, and I remember clearly, it's a very distinct incident which I still remember after marriage. I was just, my husband has taken a bath and the towel was kept on the bed. I was just about to put it for drying. It's like, don't do this. Today you're doing it. After 10 days, you're going to fight for this. कि
Wow.
आफ्टर नहाने के बाद टॉवल भी नहीं सुखाया लीव इट कहते he's been trained well to do it don't do it so I think and for the kitchen thing also what I've seen in my family is you are in the kitchen only you're cooking something and here I would see I'm done with the cooking in the morning we'll sort it out for the afternoon or for the evening. Kehte, you don't need to be in the kitchen all the time. So
Hmm.
like 1 hour, maximum 2 hours in the morning and you're done for the day. Like what to do the whole day? It's like do something. Before the kids were born, I used to go and be with my husband in his shop. And I used to make jewelry out of from there because the raw material was there. The karigars used to come. So I used to make. Right now, I'm doing more of curation rather than creation, but I used to create that time. So
Hmm.
when the kids happened, I said, I want to be around because they're too young, but I also want to do something. So I
Wow.
think that's how it happened. And I think online being at home is one of the blessings that we have this time. And I think COVID just pushed that.
Hmm.
When you think, it's not possible, I think the COVID showed everything is possible. You just need to have that intention of doing something.
Absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
think that's how it started because she didn't want me to sit at home and do nothing. It's like, how many malls will you roam around? How many kitties will you put? Do something.
Wow, that was great encouragement, I think,
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
your in-laws. And um, I think what I have seen, and based on my experience also, there's always like, kahin pe in-laws are not very encouraging, but the woman wants to do it.
Hmm.
Kahin pe the woman has not thought, but the in-laws or family members, they are encouraging. So always it is that equation that I've seen ke ek jagah pe zyada hai the energy that do something
Yeah.
or ek jagah pe nahi
Yeah.
hai. So I'm so glad that they pushed you, and you
Yeah.
already had the education and passion and you got into Fashion Funday. Why the name Fashion Funday?
Okay, why Fashion Fundey? I was going somewhere, I don't know, and on the signal, I saw this board of Funday. And Funday is a very slang, it's a very Delhi slang.
Yeah.
So, and when I started Fashion Funday, I had this idea that I want to create an umbrella where everything related to fashion is there. That's
Mm.
what was the initial thought. But obviously, that's gone. Once I've joined you, then you need to find your niche. Okay, you can't have everything. Probably later, once you're established. But
Mm.
I think the Fashion Funday, the name drive because I wanted to do everything related to fashion, and it has to be under one umbrella. So I
Mm.
didn't want to pick a generic, not generic, but a specific name only for jewelry or something. And I always wanted something which is like FF or BB or it should
Mm.
be like same letters. So I think that's how Fashion Funday came. I was very sure that I want to keep fashion, but I was
Mm.
not getting the second name. So when I saw that word Funday somewhere on the signal, I said, okay, I figured it out. I want to do this. So that's how
Yeah,
Fashion
because
Funday came.
it's a very relatable, amazing name that you have got, Fashion Funday. I hope trademark करवाया है हाँ आपने.
Yeah. I think
It's an
that's the first
amazing.
thing I did
Yeah.
once I joined this, get everything registered and get everything trademarked. Yeah.
Super amazing. Tell me more about now you have two kids and a family where your in-laws are also with you. How do you manage balance everything together and running your business?
I think the key is time management. And I've struggled it for the longest of time. I think that's one of the things I used to say that I can't find the time. And then you say everyone has 24 hours, figure it out. And I think it has boiled down to sleeping early, getting up, doing my morning thing, and getting down for, I have set those time aside for the business. And I think everyone at home knows. Ki abhi, she's in the room. Unless and until it's something really important, she's really working, but hoga to apne aap aa jayegi.
Yeah.
Even the kids know. So when they are coming back from school, obviously I meet them, we have lunch together, but then they know, okay, mama's not going to be around for a couple of hours or more because she's working. They are either busy with their work or they are out for tuition or whatever. It's sorted now. Initially, वो थोड़ा सा टाइम लगता है adjust होने में, but then everyone figures it out कि okay, this is her time and this is the time that she's giving at house or to the children. It has worked out well. You
Mm.
just need to manage time. And everyone at home, because I stay with my in-laws, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, husband, my kids, everyone helps me because a lot of time, my father's father-in-law shop is at a place where my workshop is. A lot
Mm.
of time I don't go. I tell Papa, this is needed. Can you get this? He'll say, "Acha, haan, theek hai, le aunga." My husband, I would tell, I need this from your area. So he's like, "Acha, theek hai, I'll get it." So I have a lot of help in terms of I need things done. So yeah,
Right.
I have a lot of support. Like in spite of money is one part, like money you can arrange, but you need system around you. So right
Mm.
now, I went to Delhi for a wedding for a week. I was not there. My kids were at home. There were orders coming. So they made sure the kids are well taken care of. I trained my driver to pack the boxes. He's like, okay, Bhavi, I'll do it. So,
Wow.
so I'm telling you, everything is sorted. And my son was there. He's like, Mama, I'll take out the printout. I'll make sure that, Dharmendra uncle will put it and everything. It was sorted. Like everyone helps me. So if you're managing the house and if you're managing the family and business, you need support. And I'm so glad everyone does it willingly and with happiness. It's not that karna padega. It's like, acha, theek hai, kar lenge. Make
Mm.
sure you enjoy yourself. So I think the
Absolutely.
give
But
and take is
Nupur, sorry to cut you there. While you're talking about support, right? You're making it sound as if you are lucky and you are very well supported. I'm sure there has been a communication from your side wherein you have seeked support.
you
Like,
have to ask.
exactly. Tell us more about that because you
Ah,
said people know that, it's your time to do business and you have set aside time and they won't disturb you. I'm sure you have communicated that this is my time. So tell me more about, for others who are also viewing this where they feel that there is no support. Does support just come by itself or what has happened in your case?
See, I feel it's give and take. Like if they do it, I try to do it 100%. Only
Mm.
then I'm going to get 100%. Just as today we have an interview, and fortunately everyone is at home because holiday here. So I said I will not be available for lunch today. You guys manage. My mother-in-law serving the lunch and everything. I said I will not be free, and I said I can't shift the interview because I didn't know kya chutti ho jayegi. They're like, don't worry, I'll take care. So having said that, I know ki kabhi kuch hoga. So they know that she's there. She'll manage everything. So I
Mm.
think it's the give and take is there. I can't expect support unless and until I give that.
Yeah, very,
So
very.
that is, and I always say, ki, I think since I've come from a joint family, I've seen my bhabis and everyone, but I've also seen like, the more you give, more you get. Like
Mm.
इतना मैं करती भी नहीं कई बार मेरे को ऐसा लगता है जितना मिल जाता है because they are really sweet, but it's overall. You have to give to receive. It's as simple as that. The equation is this.
Yeah, love this. And you said, the driver would help you for the boxes and so on. I feel it's up to us to rope in the resources and create a
You
system,
have to
right?
ask, like how you said, they will not come to know that I need help. I
Mm.
say, ki, listen, I need help. Who's free this time pay? Or I say, I need this person from this to this time. Make sure किसी को चाहिए driver to either you do it before or after. He's not available from this time to this time. Just
Mm.
an example. So
Right.
like that. So you have to tell, you have to communicate. You can't expect कि उनको पता नहीं था कि मेरे को चाहिए था. You can't
Mm.
have that. And then, you can't feel bad about it because you never said clearly कि क्या चाहिए.
Absolutely. So
Uh,
asking for it
Asking.
is one
Yeah,
key
yeah.
takeaway that we are taking. You said
Yes,
your
yes.
son takes care if you were not around. Say you went to Delhi and he said, I'll make sure that the printout goes in the box.
Hmm.
So how have you seen your kids change or become more responsible with respect to the brand that you are running? Like any relationship between your brand and your babies together that you can share?
I think one thing I've seen is the kids have become independent. It's not about brand. It's like when the mother is working or the, women of the house is working, kids are becoming independent because they know that she's not going to be around. I have to do this. A lot of time, what happened? My daughter goes in the afternoon. She goes at 12. I'm busy at times with something or order or something. She knows that mama's not around. I can pack my tiffin. Like the tiffin
Mm,
is made, but then she knows how to put it in the foil and put it in the tiffin. I have to put my bottle or I have to comb my hair. It's not mandatory she has to do it, but she knows, and a
mm,
lot of times she does it. I said, I'll just give you lunch, make sure that everything is ready. Like, you are ready otherwise. Like your tiffin is there, your bottle is there, your hair is done. I think, okay, yeah. So
yeah.
नहीं तो otherwise I know अगर मैं खाली होती तो मैं ही सब करती and they would have been okay. I would also have been okay because मैं कर क्या रही हूँ अगर मैं कुछ और नहीं कर रही हूँ तो I would have done it. So I
Mm,
think it's a win-win situation if you are working. The kids are also then we talk money also. Because my
mm,
kids get pocket money, they know when to save. They do their charities also. And then when they save, I was like, I have saved this much. What can I do now? Like, can you
right.
invest somewhere? Can it grow? Because my son is 13, my daughter is 9, she's going to turn 10. So they understand. So I think this is very, very important. They are having that money education also because I said you need to have it.
Hmm.
Just because pocket money
Seeing your
can't support.
mom work is helping them also to learn at this young age the right practicalities of life.
But this I've learned from my mother. My mother at this age, she's so fluid with mutuals. She's so fluid with properties and what this I've learned from my mother.
Wow.
It's okay to, and she's a great cook. She's a great socializer. It's not that she's, kuch kami hai ya, she's not done something or something is left. She's full on with her family. She's full on with her kitty. She's full on with this. I think you can manage. Why can't we? It's like, that's what I'm telling you. Why can't you? And my mom is not from a very big city. She's from a small town in Punjab. I don't know if you've heard her. She's from Bathinda. And she's
Hmm.
like, if from Bathinda I can do everything, you born in Delhi, married in Bombay, can't do, you can do much more than me.
Wow, amazing.
So,
See, you
yeah.
have a warrior. You have warriors in your house,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
mom
yeah.
and mom-in-law, both.
Yeah. All also.
Super.
It's a
Amazing.
great
Great.
setup.
So, tell me, before you started your brand,
Huh?
versus now, what's the major shift that you see in Nupur herself? Like your personality or your way of, like, whatever. What's the major shift that you see?
More confident. Like
Mm,
I can carry a conversation very well. कोई मेरे को पहली बार भी मिल रहा है, I will not feel very shy or something. I will have something to talk about.
mm,
I can be that conversation starter, and I think I have become fearless also in terms of money, in terms of investment.
mm,
That fluidity of money because it's coming or you're investing or you're buying stock. I am okay with a big amount. Like earlier, yeah, that lakh would also pinch like lakh kharch liya, but you need this. You need that momentum of flow of money, the cycle of money. So I think, yeah, the fearlessness is not there. I'm not fearful now. Fearful, it's not fearful, but then you're a little cautious, I would say. डर नहीं
mm,
लगता, but you're cautious कि यार it's a big amount. आप 2 मिनट सोचते हो. So
uh-huh.
I think वो थोड़ा सा it has lesson and yeah confidence. मैंने कभी जिंदगी में बैंक नहीं गई हूँ because कभी जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ी. I think we are so blessed कि सब कुछ है. जब अकाउंट खोलना था, जब रजिस्ट्रेशन करनी थी, वो तो खुद ही करना था ना. So
Hmm.
like talking to people, going to bank, going opening current account, and then when I was having credit card, like कौन सा लूँ, किसमें offers है, किसमें cibil points है, क्या है. I learned so much.
Wow, amazing.
So yeah, the learning is also there.
Yeah, and I loved what you said, being fearless, because
Hmm.
a lot of people, and I think this I have also learned over time, they feel I don't have the money, so I can't do well in business. Yeah,
Hmm.
बट ओवर टाइम मुझे ये समझ में आया कि पैसे होंगे भी ना, फिर भी इफ यू आर अफ्रेड
Exactly.
और यू आर fearful, you will never take that risk.
हाँ,
So it's not money, it's about being fearless and
you're
showing that courage, or as you said, so वो बहुत बड़ी quality है. Would you agree?
Absolutely, absolutely. The money is ठीक है, वो हो सकता है, but what you feel about how to spend, वो एक बार झटका लगता है यार. This much when the bill comes, you have to pay to the supplies. Like अच्छा इतना हो गया, but now I'm okay with it. You know,
Yeah.
वो initially नहीं होता था, but now you're okay. And my husband से क्या फर्क पड़ता है? But I said, you are into business. You've seen this day in and day out for quite 20 years of your life.
Hmm.
For me, दो चलो है भी नहीं भी है, बट एक बार मैं सोचूंगी कि करूं कि नहीं करूं. बिकॉज द फर्स्ट थिंग इज बिकेगा कि नहीं बिकेगा. लाइक व्हाई
हाँ.
यू थिंकिंग लाइक बिकेगा कि नहीं बिकेगा? दैट्स द ओनली फियर ना, जब आप इन्वेस्ट करते हो कि इतना तो लगा तो रही हूँ, पर बिकेगा कि नहीं बिकेगा, कब बिकेगा.
Hmm.
Like, oh, you have to go all bearing in. You can't hide and say ki bikega ki nahi bikega. I think that's one thing. And it has come recently. Though I started business 2019, it was not there till good 6-8 months. It started recently with me. I think it started majorly with the ads.
Hmm.
Because ads में पैसे जाते हैं. Like, every दिन का वो तीन
Yeah.
चार हजार का खर्चा है. वो जब महीने के बाद वो बिल आता है, ऐसे अच्छा इतना लग गया.
Hmm.
So, and then, but then you see a website sale also. It's like, अच्छा ठीक है, गया तो फिर आया भी तो.
हाँ,
So,
correct.
फिर I think that you tell yourself it's okay. Like, डालूंगी तो आएगा. Like how they say, पैसे से पैसे,
बनते.
कमाते हो आप. So,
Hmm.
like, money grows money. It's like that.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think at every stage that thing opens up and it grows bigger, right? It
Yeah.
grows bigger, taking risks and taking actions and everything. It just keeps getting bigger. Super.
Hmm.
What has been your top three learnings in terms of running your business? सबसे बड़े learnings अगर share करने हैं, then what would that be?
See, business का जो सिर्फ fashion फंडे का देखूं, it's like you need to invest in stock. Like you
Hmm.
cannot sit with a small amount of stock and expect कि you will get big revenues.
Hmm.
I am still not at the stock that I want to, because my products are, the procuring is expensive because they're all 18 karat gold plated. They're all Kundan and Pearl की. For
Hmm.
me, the procuring also, छोटी सी भी चीज लूं तो बिल इतना बन जाता है.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I think that's one thing that I really need to work on, that I really need to invest in stock. So that's one learning that I know I figured it out, that this is what I'm lacking. So
Hmm.
I have to do that. Dusra, money grows money. Like you need to invest to get. You can't expect ki mil jayega without spending. So
Hmm.
that's another. And I think third, which I am finding difficulty now, which I also need a solution, is that you need help around, as in because a lot of things are happening and you are the single person taking care of the business. I need someone to take care of my social media.
Hmm.
No matter how much I say कि मैं बैठ के कर लूंगी, हो जाएगा, मैं रील एडिट कर लूंगी, life happens, वो
Yeah.
चला जाता है. वो
Hmm.
एक दो दिन की कंटिन्यूटी रहती है और फिर नहीं होता. तो I have one person, she is remote, but I have to give her stuff. Like
Hmm.
I need to send her videos, I need to send her picture, and वो नहीं होता.
Hmm.
So I need someone. Like if you want to grow, you need someone. You need a team. You can't just grow by
Absolutely.
yourself
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
then say कि it's not happening.
Correct.
So I
Because
think
then
yeah,
वो consistency नहीं आती है खुद से
नहीं नहीं
करने में.
आती
At
है.
some point you need, yeah.
Yeah, you and I figured out now I need, because if
Hmm.
I want to grow, I need someone, and I need someone coming home. I don't need that part-time wala because I
Hmm.
work from home. So
Hmm.
I don't need someone remote coming. ठीक है, हम एक दिन के लिए आएंगे, हम सब material खींच के ले जाएंगे, and then we'll. I said I know I don't want. And I want. It's okay if you come for a couple of 3-4 hours, but I want you every day with me.
Every day. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's how I figured it out. I need some help, like a team member now,
Hmm.
physically. You need to invest to earn, and then you need a stock. Like you need bigger stock to get big revenues.
Amazing. Great. And what has been the biggest roadblock that you had to overcome in your journey of starting up until now?
Roadblock A was mind, I
That's
would say,
mind.
because because lot of things I know I had to do, but I would not do.
Hmm.
Because हल्का सा वो डर लगता था कि करूं कि नहीं करूं. Simple things, I would instead of, I think, और वो investment का mind block,
Hmm.
very frankly. To
Hmm.
invest the money was only the mind block. एक वो सबसे major तो वो mind block था. I think everything takes care of, but that investing money was a major mind block. And second was the time management was
Hmm.
a hindrance in my growth, because since I would not give proper time, how will you grow?
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
you need to give time. And since you're the only person doing everything from A to Z, you need to show up every day. It was as simple as that. Like
Hmm.
you can't say, अच्छा आज आधा घंटा ही मिला, आज 1 घंटा ही मिला, आज टाइम ही नहीं मिला. So
Hmm.
then you can't say, अच्छा रात को कोई ऑर्डर नहीं आया, कैसे आएगा?
Hmm.
So I think
Absolutely.
these
And
two
what
things.
helped you to overcome, or not overcome, but what helped you to change that mindset, or जो roadblock था, like what did your routines help, like what जो पहले था और आज जो है उसमें what's the black box inside containing, what all did you do?
See, for the mind ka, to I think somehow paid ad helps me, helped me in this. Like, wo jo people were coming in buying, I think it was secondary. I think it really helped me open up my mind because investment was happening. Because investment was happening, the cycle of sales were happening. So then I was okay to invest in the stock.
But how did
So
you first think of, okay, I will have to invest, मतलब वो जो एक डर था, a lot of
हाँ,
people know, they know that they should do paid ads so
hmm.
that they start seeing money of, I mean, they start seeing orders. Maybe first 1 2 3 months is just like input, no output coming because you're trying for the first time. But वो first decision of, okay, I want to start paid ads, वो shift कैसे आया?
I think because I was very tired seeing the revenue on my website. कुछ
Okay.
था ही नहीं, कुछ था ही नहीं. And I was like, it's been 2019 and 2023. I said, no, for 4 years you're sitting duck and you're not doing anything. You
Hmm.
can't give time. Like no matter how much you're saying that मैं दूंगी, the thing is not being consistent. So either you spend in time or you
Or
spend in money.
absolutely. Hmm.
So, and I started small with ads. It's not
Hmm.
that एकदम से. I did that छोटू सा 800 रुपए का ad. So I said, चलो ठीक है, like into 24,000 and I can afford. Like,
Hmm.
सोचूंगी stall ले लिया या किसी
Hmm.
influencer को दे दिया. I said, let's take the risk of on 24,000. So I
Hmm.
think that वो जब डाला तो sales हुई, चाहे इतना नहीं हुआ पर थोड़ी सी तो हुई. And then you go out, then you purchase products because obviously the inventory go low on the website.
Hmm.
Started small just to test the water. I said it is doable. I can do. So
Hmm.
next month did two purchases wali conversion wali ad and something. I think you start small and then you test water.
Hmm.
And then I think a lot of pep talk I gave myself. I think a lot of community members also help because whoever is doing a good revenue, one thing is common is we are doing paid ads. We are doing paid ads. I
Hmm.
said, so that means for revenue, you need to like either you give, 10 to 9 and 10 to 6 wali job you sit. Since you
Hmm.
can't do that, do something else.
Yeah,
So I think that's how it started.
absolutely. Because people think paid ads बाद में बस
हाँ.
ऐसे छोटा छोटा चलते रहेंगे organically. वो starting के लिए ठीक है. But then we all of us we have to have that courage of investing and then growing from there.
And organic भी कितना like 4 साल हो गए थे. I said कितना organic और होगा. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
you need to think something about it. So
Yeah. No, so that's the point. Like consistency आएगी तभी organic will play. And for that, if you don't have the time, then depending on all of us, we have different situations, right? Like
hmm.
with you have two kids who are like pretty in their teens and approaching teens, so they'll also need your time. So having team members and so on is a good time now to start going out with that. Super. So, what's the, if I have to ask you this, I know you might not want to share, but let's throw this number in the universe. In 2024, okay, what's the goal that Fashion Funday has in terms of revenue? And dare
I'm
to
been
give me a
saying this
small
in
goal.
my mind morning and evening, afternoon, like 1 CR I have to do, one
Mm,
CR I have to do. And then I'm doing backward maths. I said, क्या क्या कर सकती हूँ इसके लिए, कितनी इन्वेंट्री चाहिए, कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है. That's what I'm telling myself, like 1 CR I have to touch. I said, that's
mm,
what I've been telling myself, sleeping, before I sleep, when I wake up, let's do 1 CR, let's do 1 CR, let's do 1 CR.
super. Amazing. Great conversation, Nupur. If you have to give one advice to women who
Hmm,
want to start, but
hmm,
money is a problem for them.
hmm,
Yeah, but they want to do something of their own.
hmm,
Typical issue. What is
hmm.
the advice that you would have for them?
Start small. It's
Hmm.
okay to start small. When I started, I never did it 18 carat gold jewelry plated. When I started, my earrings were like 200, 300, 400 wali. I started with that. I tested water. It was also selling well. ऐसा नहीं है नहीं था. But then I found better vendors. I
Hmm.
said, okay, this was something I also liked myself. And I said, and when I was doing exhibition, I figured out a lot of people were buying it when they were traveling out.
Hmm.
The issue becomes, and I remember my exhibition was in Worli, and I was amazed. People from Kulaba, good ones, are like, no, we want this kid. We can't carry our jewelry there. There's always a risk, and plus we will not enjoy the wedding. So I said it's a good line to start. So
Yeah.
I started small. I'm telling you, the 50,000. It's not that I had that 50,000. I invested that 50,000. No, I invested only 20,000, 30,000. That kept with me. So
Hmm.
I started with that 20,000, देखा क्या चल रहा है, क्या नहीं चल रहा, and then from there it grew. So
Hmm.
it's okay to start small. I think if you have that intention कि करना है, you just need to have that intention, and then you can take that step. Like how you said, कि,
Hmm.
when you started with 15 or 20,000. I remember you had said, na, bling
Hmm.
bag.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
15,000 rupees and
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And then you have to be जैसे जैसे आप बढ़ रहे हो, just be confident. It's okay to take risk once you know कि what is happening and what is selling and नहीं.
Hmm.
I think I would say
I
this.
don't have money that generally people keep saying.
Hmm.
If you have the intention, start small and then eventually रास्ते बनते जाते हैं is what.
And I tell you what, Indian women are pro in saving.
Yeah.
No matter, you are from middle class or from upper class, every female will have her own
Absolutely.
saving. So
Absolutely.
I'm sure आपके पास 15-20 हजार की saving तो होएगी हुई.
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
know, जितना मर्जी कर लो, दिस इज द मिनिमम अमाउंट यू वुड हैव. उससे भी
Hmm.
ज्यादा तो होएगा ही, तुम मिनिमम
Right.
बोल रहे हो. हाँ, ये होएगा ही होगा.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
In my head, no, now I've pehle na, like again a very friendly conversation, and I'm sure people who are going to watch this also will enjoy this. पहले I used to feel very bad for women कि
hmm,
यार पैसे नहीं है इसके पास to start and मतलब कहीं ना कहीं I used to take it on me कि यार बेचारी नहीं कर पा रही that victim you start feeling the other person is victim. I really had to work a lot on myself for this particular thought process कि victim she feels she is a victim but behind the like under the carpet there is savings adi bhidi ke liye and if somebody has wants to do it she has to come out of that mindset of being a victim and so on तो अब मुझे जब भी कोई बोले ना बट पैसे नहीं है in my head I know this is an excuse bless the
hmm,
person अभी इसका टाइम खुला नहीं है to explore
hmm.
something and then because you still in that excuse of पैसे नहीं है otherwise 15 which you rightly said 15 20,000 50,000 कहीं ना कहीं से जुगाड़ करके so you can
Yeah,
put it if there is an intention. So I think having
there's an
an
intention.
intention is a bigger game than having money.
Yeah, you need to have the drive. वो तो रास्ते तो मिल जाएंगे. Like how you said, once you set the intention, you will figure out the ways. You need to have that intention. But if you tell yourself, बहुत मुश्किल है यार, कैसे पैसे आएंगे, तो वो आएंगे भी नहीं.
Hmm.
वो
So
होंगे, वो दिखेंगे भी नहीं, क्योंकि this is the money that I can use. You will never figure it out. But
yeah,
yeah.
great. Before I let you go, Nupur, how has Fashionpreneur Club helped you overall in your business journey? Like being a diamond member or helping others, like personally, how has it helped you in your journey?
I think it's the foundation of my business now, I would say. I think Fashion Fundey, or I would not have grown as a person had this not come into my life, because absolutely everything and anything you need, it's there.
Hmm.
And the support system is great. And the best part is people share,
Hmm.
so you learn. ऐसा नहीं है कुछ हो गया and then you're keeping it to myself कि नहीं यार मैं नहीं बताती, वो भी कर लेगी. People are out in the open and they come forward and tell. It's not that you don't even have to ask कि कुछ, have you achieved something? They will come and say, oh, this happened with me and I've achieved this.
Hmm.
That is amazing. And then when there is a low energy in your life or in your business, you're feeling कि यार कुछ नहीं हो रहा, somehow that spark of faith comes and said, why can't I do it? Let me do it. So I'm
Hmm.
telling you, I would have never ever started paid ad had I not seen,
Others.
success stories or woes. So for me, yeah, everything and anything that I am achieving and doing, it's all because of Fashionpreneur. Had I been solo, it would have been very different, because my family is into offline. They are shop and online is two different things.
Yeah, yeah.
Though business hai, but the customer, it's very, very different. They are face to face. We are behind the screen.
Mm.
So, I mean, I could never learn from them how to do business. Obviously, they would help me with the legalities, with the account part and book, but this is something altogether different ballgame.
Mm. Super. So that
Yeah.
environment and the energy from others is what
Absolutely.
helps.
That Monday thing, तो it's like weekly dose.
Yeah.
अगर by chance miss भी हो जाता है ना, I see the repeat. I said I have to see कि आज इस बार क्या हुआ.
हम्म.
So
या वो
yeah,
जो
amazing.
वीकली डेली सोप्स होती है ना, ये अपनी
Uh,
बिजनेस सोप टीवी सीरियल्स हो गई है.
yeah. Absolutely.
Amazing. Great conversation, Nupur. I wish we had continued, but I loved how you have created your niche in the jewelry space, like just concentrating on Kundan 18 karat gold plated and 2024. Let's make 1 CR more than that happen. So do whatever it takes, work back,
Yes.
and
Work back.
let's see a very very healthy number by December 2024.
Yes, absolutely.
Super. Anything else that you would love to share, or you want to like touch upon that which I have not asked or something, anything?
I think more than that, I just want to encourage women to do it. I think it's more apna to financially hai, but then you inspire so many people around. I think everything fall into system. The
Hmm.
house falls into system. Like you have a timetable. Everyone knows ki okay, this is what you need to do. So it's amazing. अपनी growth के लिए तो है ये. Like you're doing it for your financial growth, but you are doing for a much larger capacity, I would see. As a family, you are doing it. Because
Hmm.
when the men goes out, it's only they are doing it. But when the women do it of the house, the impact is overall. So I would say do small. You don't, start small, but at least do something, I would say.
Wow,
And it's
that's
very fulfilling also. Yeah.
very fulfilling. And I
Yes.
loved how you said the whole family turns into a timetable. Like, everybody starts becoming
Yeah.
very, yeah, yeah. So that's amazing. Never thought from this perspective कि
Hmm.
कुछ करेंगे तो overall the whole family will turn into like proper schedules and timetables and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you are the one who's running the house. If you follow our timetable, by default, full house has to
Yeah.
follow the timetable. They can't escape it.
Super.
So, cha.
Amazing. That's a great tip. Thank you so much, Nupur. Wishing you, your brand Fashion Funday, amazing, amazing prosperity and great numbers in 2024. And we'll speak very, very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
So thank you for your time.